everyone. How are y'all? Good? Oh, great. Welcome to our Spring Arts Night. I'm Kirthi, your MC for tonight. We're really happy to welcome you for the first time ever, AMSA String Ensemble, under the direction of Joanna Launderville. So the String Ensemble, meets Wednesday afternoons at 4:30, and we'd love for new students to come join. So you should join if you play a string instrument. Or want to. You know, can always learn. Thank you for Andrew Youssef on the viola and Eli Rith-Apley on the cello for providing our incidental music. So this evening we have a lot of performances. We have performances from the AMSA Jazz Band, we have performances from the Coda Symphonizers, the Drama Club, and the AMSA Chorus. So please buy a raffle ticket for this Try Something New Spring Art Tote. So, and if you're hungry, you can find lots of snacks, sandwiches, cookies, and drinks at the Fame Cafe, right over there. Please purchase food between acts, as we don't want people like getting up and going around while people are performing. And please keep all the food in here, so we don't have to like spill anywhere. Now I present Fame.
Good evening, everyone. How is everybody doing? Hope you're not roasting too much. Everybody like me who was sweating, just remember that 1 week ago you were frozen solid. Nobody complained. I just want to say a thank you to all the parents, everybody who has been supporting the arts at AMSA. Our group is Friends of Art and Music Education, and yes, we are the ones who are back there selling all the pasta and the soup and the sandwiches. We want to make sure that you do not go home hungry. This is the dinner hour. So please help yourselves to the food. And just to let you know that for the first time, we were able to offer 2 $500 scholarships to AMSA seniors, Owen Clark and Sam Frechette. And that is because of you guys. And all the support that you give to AMSA. So we have our Arts Night in January. We're doing the same thing, although we're selling chili. But everything that you get from us actually goes back into the kitty so that we can give scholarships to deserving seniors. Please, please, please help us grow the scholarship fund, because now we're going to be starting from scratch all over again for 2019. And not only do we provide scholarships, but for the last, 5 or 6 years, we've also been purchasing equipment for the band. So drums, music stands, music. So it also helps to keep, the arts program running. Tonight we are having a Try Something New Art Tote raffle. All right, so Kirthi, do you want to? There it is. There's Miss Nitty in the back. All right, so this has got sculpture clay, postcards, colored pencils, oil pastels, masks, and a hot glue gun to hold it all together. The drawing is going to be held at the end of the evening. So please, please, please get your raffle tickets and continue to support us. Fame would very, very much like to thank our principal, Ms. Ellen Lindsay, Mr. Naraki, Dr. Lewis, Executive Director, for their unfailing support. And I'm going to tell you, without their support, we would not be having instrumental music programs at AMSA. So a round of applause, please, to our administrative staff. Thank you. And finally, if you're interested in joining Fame to support instrumental music and the arts at AMSA, please, please, please say hello to us at the Food Cafe, sign our mailing list. We can't do this without parents, and as we move along here, some of our parents who have been helping us are going to be graduating out next year. So we need to bring in the new ranks. So we'd be very grateful if you signed up and introduced yourselves, and we can let you know how you can support Fame. All right, now back to MC Kirthi.
Okay, and you should definitely buy the raffle. I would totally buy it if I wasn't completely broke. So please welcome our first act, the AMSA String Ensemble, under the direction of Joanna Launderville. This is their first ever performance, which is very exciting. So basically, the String Ensemble has two groups, the beginning group and the advanced group, and two solos this evening. One is cello, performed by Eli Worth-Apley, and one is an unaccompanied cello, or something like that. I don't know how to read music. Don't judge me. Performed by Andrew Youssef. So this is the beginner group, so give them all a big round of applause. All right, now they're gonna play an what's it called? A non-conducted, conductorless string piece, and Ms. Launderville is gonna be playing with them. Big round of applause, guys. Sound. Thank you. We're not particularly sure that was real life, but it was awesome. All right, next solo, we're gonna have Courant from suite number 2 for Ana Capuchola by J.S. Bach, performed by Andrew Youssef on the viola. That we're all living in a simulation. Yep, that's the truth now. Anyway, thank you so much. That was awesome. Like, let's have another round of applause for all of the students. Thank you so much. So next up, we have AMSA's own student-run a cappella team, the Photo Symphonizers. Okay. Their advisor is Miss Bowen, and we're going to be singing today.
No. No singing? Hi everyone, we're the Photo Symphonizers. We're AMSA's student-run a cappella group, and as we shuffle our way around the stage here, after that we're going to perform 3 songs for you. First up is Stay by Alessia Cara. And then we have Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. And lastly, we have Our Own House by Mr. White. Yeah, use it. The person's working, don't push it at all. I don't know. What?
Waiting for the time to pass you by. I hope the winds will change stay. All you have to do is wait a second. Your hands on mine. The clock is ticking, so stay. Da 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 da. All you have to do is da 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 da. All you have to do is say. I don't want to spend the night alone. Yes, I need you, and I need to make it on my own, but I don't wanna go. Living on my sofa, living on the I can give 1,000 reasons why, but you're going, and you know that. All you have to do is wait a minute, just take your time. The clock is ticking, so stay. All you have to do is wait a second. Your hands on mine. The clock is ticking, so stay. Da 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 da. All you have to do is da 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 da. All you have to do is stay.
It's fine, it's cool. Do you want a microphone?
Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been years. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been years. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. The ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Here comes the
I felt it in my knees. Never will it leave. Each day it is retreat. Feels like yesterday. Your eyes crept this way. Into my soul you stared and broke down every fear. We built our own house, with our hands over our hearts, and we swore on that day that it'll never fall apart. We built our own house, with our hands over our hearts, and we swore on that day that it'll never fall apart. We'll never fall apart. We'll never fall apart. With our hands over our hearts, we'll never fall apart. Wake up to the sun. Clouds always come undone. Give the light I need, like water to a sea. Ready to tell, one too tall to be real, and prove me wrong it seems. A heart can truly gleam. We built our own house, with our hands over our hearts, and we swore on that day that it'll never fall apart. We built our own house, with our hands over our hearts, and we swore on that day that it'll never fall apart. We'll never fall apart. We'll never fall apart. With our hands over our hearts, we'll never fall apart. Take it off, take it away, we'll still have this undying love that is beating till our lungs stop breathing. Take it off, take it away, we'll still have our riches. No need for stitches, 'cause love has the pain. Take it off, take it away. Love has the take it off, take it away. Love has the take it off, take it away. Love has the take it off, take it away. We built our own house, with our hands over our hearts, and we swore on that day that it'll never fall apart. We'll never fall apart. We'll never fall apart. With our hands over our hearts, we'll never fall apart.
Wow, you should stop for them again. They're so good. Awesome. Alright, next we're gonna have AMSA's Drama Society sing "Poor Unfortunate Souls" from The Little Mermaid. Miss Crocker is the advisor of this. Well, are they here? Okay, they're not here. Huh? You're right there. Okay. Awesome. Put your hands together for them, guys.
I'm going to see Ursula.
No, Ariel, no, she's a demon, she's a monster.
Go tell my father. You're good at that.
But, oh, come on.
Come in, come in. You mustn't lurk in doorways, it's rude. One might question your upbringing. Now, I know why you're here. Because of this little thing for this human, this, prince fellow. Oh, but I don't blame you, he is quite the catch, isn't he? Now, Angelfish, the answer to all of your questions are quite simple. To get what you want, you must become human yourself.
Can you do that?
Oh, my sweet child, it's what I do. It's what I live for. To help unfortunate merfolk like yourself. Poor souls with no one else to turn to. I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. And when kidding when they called me Blood Witch. True, yes. But I fortunately know a little magic. It's a talent that I always have possessed. And here lately, please don't laugh, I use it on behalf of the miserable, the lonely, and depressed, pathetic, poor, unfortunate souls in pain, in need. This one longing to be thinner, that one wants to get the girl, and do I help them? Yes, indeed. Those poor, unfortunate souls, so sad, so true. They come flocking to my cauldron, crying, "Spare sister, please, and I help them." Yes, I do. Now it's happened once or twice. Someone couldn't pay the price, and I'm afraid I had to rake across the coals. Yes, I've had the odd complaint, but on the whole, I've been a saint to those poor, unfortunate souls. Now, have we got a deal?
If I become human, I'll never get to be with my fathers or sisters again.
That's true, but you'll have your man. Life's full of tough choices, isn't it? Oh, and there is one more thing. We haven't discussed the subject of payment. You can't get something for nothing, you know.
But I don't have any.
I'm not asking for much, just a token, really, a trifle. And you won't even miss it at all. What I want from you is your voice.
My voice?
Yes? No singing, no talking, blah, 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 blah.
But without my voice, how can I...
You'll have your looks, your pretty face, and don't underestimate the importance of body language. The men up there don't like a lot of blather. They think a girl who gossips is a bore. Yes, on land is much preferred for ladies not to say a word, and after all, dear, what is idle prattle for? Come on, they're not all that impressed with conversation. True gentlemen avoid it when they can, yet they don't soon and fawn on a lady who's withdrawn, and she who holds her tongue who gets a man. Come on, you poor unfortunate soul. Go ahead, make your choice. I'm a very busy woman, and I haven't got all day. It won't cost much, just your voice. You poor unfortunate soul. It's sad, but true. If you want to cross a bridge, my sweet, you've got to pay the toll. Take a gulp and take a breath and go ahead and sign the scroll. Flotsam jetsam, now I've got to, boys. The boss is on a roll. This poor unfortunate soul. Winds of the Caspian Sea. To us, maxillaryngitis, la boca to me. Now, sing. Keep singing.
under the direction of Jess Bowen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for coming to our most colorful arts night ever. Most of you can't see, but my shoes are rainbow too, and I feel like I need some like that. I had a sheet of notes tonight. All of our songs tonight have been chosen to remind us of all of the beautiful colors that music brings into our world. The first song that we will sing to you tonight is a Mexican folk song. It goes back to at least the 16th century. We're not sure exactly how it came to the, there you go. That came from, perhaps from Spain to the New World, but we know that it has been around a long time. In the 5 years that we've been doing Arts Nights and having a course here, every concert I try and do at least one song in a foreign language. So, after 5 years, we have done Latin, French, German, Italian, Swahili, Hebrew, and Hindi. And now, after all this time, we are proud to bring you the second most spoken language in the world, and the second most spoken language in the United States, which is Spanish. Don't worry if you don't speak Spanish. Señorita. Gracias. If you don't speak Spanish, we're going to sing it once through in Spanish and once through in English. This song has been recorded by many of the great folk artists. Joan Baez has recorded it. Pete Seeger has a great recording of it. And it has been, the United Farm Workers actually sometimes uses this as an unofficial anthem. And our accompaniment tonight has a little bit of a mariachi flavoring, so you'll hear that, listen for that. And meaning all the colors, here is De Colores.
En los campos en la primavera.
One of the things that's unique about Arts Night here at AMSA is that our space is limited, and we know we're working on it. This is the first time that this group has ever sung in this space. It's the first time we've heard the accompaniment over the speakers. So thank you for having patience with us. What do you think of our new setup, those of you who have been here before? Someday we'll look back on these adorable days as the old intimate days when we have a beautiful auditorium, and I'll pretend I'm nostalgic. All right, our next song is an old French hymn. That's an Easter hymn. We're doing less of the verses that are particularly religious and more that have a more universal appeal. But the words in this song remind us that love is always present, even when we can't see it. And it draws a really beautiful metaphor about in the winter when you can't see the plants and they are underground and buried and sometimes everything seems very dark. And always the spring comes and the green grass and the plants come out again. There is a poem that is a favorite of my mother's called The Desiderata. And any of you who were around in the 60s probably remember it. All the hippies loved it. And the poem starts, "Go placidly amid the noise and haste." I'm not going to read the whole poem, but there's a really, in my whole life, I always come back to it. There's always a new piece of advice. And there's a really beautiful line that says, "Do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love. For in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass." And that is the message of Now the Green Blade Rises.
Now the green blade rises from the buried grain. Wheat that in dark earth many days has lain. Love lives again that with the dead has been. Love is come again like wheat arising green. When our hearts are wintry, grieving or in pain, your word can call us back to life again. Fields of our hearts that dead and bare have been, love is come again like wheat arising green. Now the green blade rises, now the green blade rises from the buried grave. Deep that in dark earth many days has lain. Love lives again. Love is come again like wheat arising green.
Thank you very much. It has become a little bit of an AMSA choral tradition at our final Arts Night to recognize our seniors who are leaving us. And we have two seniors who are singing in chorus this year, Grace Briggs-Neal and Alex Hernandez. Neither of them, is this their first time in chorus? Grace, are you all 4 years?
No.
3?
2.
2? Sometimes we get all 4. We have a little gift for them to remember us by. And what it is a pillowcase, and everybody in chorus has signed it. And it says, there's a little poem on it. It says, I would teach, it's not a poem, it's a quotation by Plato. I would teach children music, physics, and philosophy, but most importantly, music. For the patterns in music and all the arts are the keys to learning. So we hope you remember as you leave the Advanced Math and Science Academy that art and music have a beautiful place in your life, and that you always remember that. Our next song is an old cowboy song. And if you've ever sung around a campfire, you know the mood that this song is going for. As a matter of fact, you might have sung one or both of these songs. They are classic old American folk songs in the songbook. This is actually what the kids would call a mashup of two great American folk songs, Red River Valley and Down in the Valley. And the song is about saying goodbye and being around the campfire and hoping to enjoy the last few moments with a loved one. And so we dedicate this song to our graduating seniors who will be leaving our Red River Valley. And we hope that they will come back and visit someday. And all of our seniors too, those of you who are out there as well as Alex and Grace. I have.
This valley, they say,
Thank you very much. Our next song is perhaps one of my personal favorite genres to sing. I probably overprogram these songs, but that's okay. They're my favorite. That's the benefit of being in front. And that is the African American spiritual. It is a uniquely American art form that has that is the roots of today's blues and jazz music. And you'll hear a lot of features in this song that are very endemic to the genre. The call and repeat style, really rich chords that lend themselves to improvisation, and Bible lyrics that reference the Exodus story of Moses leading the Israelites out of Egypt, which of course resonated with the slaves who sang these songs as work songs often. The song that we're singing tonight is Wade in the Water, which you'll hear about 1,000 different versions of. If you go on YouTube, there's as many versions as there are choruses out there to sing them. And you'll hear references to Moses leading his people into the water. The words can also sometimes be mean as encouraging people to wade into the water to receive baptism. And some historians believe that Harriet Tubman actually encouraged the song because she wanted to tell people who were running away to wade into the water so trackers could not track their scents with their dogs. The version we'll have tonight, you'll get to hear each of the different groups in the chorus. You'll hear the baritones. Then you'll hear the altos. And then you'll hear the second sopranos. And then you'll hear the first sopranos. In second semester, I always try and do music in 4 parts. Which in a traditional high school chorus is S-A-T-B, but we were a little short on the T and the B, so we had to break it up a little bit differently for our group. So here we go. Spot on. Everybody except Rachel's excited to do this. All right. Our final number tonight is probably best known to you from The Wizard of Oz, sung by Judy Garland as one of the more iconic songs of the movie. But we are not performing the Judy Garland version tonight. Maybe come back next year. We are performing a version that was best popularized by a Hawaiian artist known as Israel Kamakawiwo'ole. I'm hoping that I got that right.
Kamakawiwo'ole.
You played it.
Can you say it again?
Kamakawiwo'ole.
Kamakawiwo'ole.
You almost got it.
So he was a singer and an artist who was very passionate about preserving Hawaiian culture and sovereignty. Actually, at his untimely death at the age of 38, he actually was one of only 3 people to have been lay in state in the Hawaiian State House. That's how much they valued his contributions to preserving Hawaii's culture. So this song that we're going to do is actually more the style of the a cappella group that you heard earlier. We usually don't do this contemporary a cappella style, so this is a little bit of an experiment for us. We really like it, and it let us really appreciate how difficult what those kids do. And what we really like about it is that you'll hear some little spotlights and highlights of lots of different soloists in the choir, including our seniors, who we were hoping to feature, and including our talented Nadine on the Hawaiian iconic.
Do